Hello YouTube, let's play some chess. And we've got our opponent playing with the black pieces, going for d45. And we're gonna go for the Queen's Gambit declined. And I don't like the variation very much, but it's not too difficult to play at least. Yeah, and I'm just playing quickly for now. And I'm happy if he gives up his bishop there. He doesn't. I'm just gonna play really solid. At some point he might wanna play e4, I figure. Jay's playing it slow as well. Let's connect my rooks. Maybe trying to trade that bishop. I just have to calculate this. Takes. Knight takes, bishop takes. I think I need one more defender, so probably need to move this bishop. That's a pin to consider, although... Let's see, he could get a lot of moves there. Then plant this knight here. So maybe this is a move. But I'm gonna play it ultra safe. He's choosing the solid approach as well. Okay, that's really tempting, but probably doesn't work. So yeah, I'm not gonna go for that, but it looks weakening. I'm just gonna trade if he wants. Yeah, the bishop trade is tough to stop. You could push. Takes, knight takes, bishop, rook. That's just a lot of trades, and he ends up with a isolated pawn. Okay, makes sense. Trading on his terms. And then preparing e4. I have to go for that. Still looking at the sacrifice, but still doesn't work. Well, now I guess I am threatening this. You can just move his bishop, for instance. Okay, let's just take. And guess a4 to stop some pawn mobility. Even though this pawn is a bit weak, it can't easily be attacked. e4 was coming anyway, not much for me to do. Question is, do I want this? Knight f4. So let's say queen moves. Let's take first, see what we want to do. Could try and remove one defender, then it's still defended. This looks alright, but at the same time, it's just a one move threat. So maybe I should think about doubling up my rooks. If ever e5 lands, knight e5 looks fine. Let's try that. And he has a good center right now. But I have a lot of targets, so... Okay. Guess he wants to attack like that or something. Don't really know where he's going. Maybe he wants this and then say I have an isolated pawn. I guess that's an idea. Let's say I counterattack his queen. Would kind of work. So I think I can still double up rooks. Maybe it goes here or something. Ah, he just pushes. He's all in on the passed pawn, basically. That's what he's saying. I could attack his queen first, but then it's not what I want, so I have to take. Yeah, it was either gonna be knight or pawn. Can I take here? No, that doesn't make sense. So I have to take. Goes for the rook. Let's see. Consider this. Looks alright. Queen trade would be fine. I'd have to open file. He might defend his queen. I might put more pressure. He might also put his rook here. Okay, interesting. So if I attack his rook now, he could go here. And I can offer a trade again. I think this is alright. Also activates my knight a bit. Of course, he has multiple squares with the rook. This is something to consider. Rook takes, knight takes. But after all this, he wins my knight, so that's not a move. Rook here, maybe just offer a queen trade again or something. Can also attack my knight. Then knight e6 looks alright. Let's see. That is what he does, of course. It's defended, so I don't have to respond. I wish his knight wasn't there. That would be a nice fork. So wait, Can I take here? Because if knight takes, that wins the queen. If queen takes, again, that wins the queen, although it's... He does get 2 rooks for the queen. So that's probably not enough. And this just stops defense of the knight. Takes, queen takes, takes, knight takes. Okay, don't have anything there, unfortunately. Maybe I can fianchetto my bishop still. Looks a bit odd, but I think I can. So let's just see where the rook wants to go. Again, this is defended. And my bishop here is actually quite nice. I'm definitely gonna look at this after the game. Just 2 rooks for a queen and a pawn, which would be equal material, but usually 2 rooks is better. So I'm not really keen on going for that. I'm just gonna offer the queen trade again. He doesn't want it. Does this make sense now? No, because this is no longer a fork, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put my bishop here. Not sure if I want to trade it off, but well, that square is defended sufficiently right now, of course. You can maybe push, try and attack my knight. Now we can always drop back and attack the rook again. Controlling the d-file, which is good. Okay, let's drop back. Also considering things like this. Again, offering the queen trade. No, he can't put his rook there. Now that I have the c-file, he has the d-file, so yeah, that's a trade-off, I guess. Okay, you want to trade rooks then? This is defended. Yeah. Should still be fine. Okay. I guess he is saying if I move my knight there, my rook is hanging. So what if I go here now, attack the rook again? Now I'm moving around a lot, but it should be alright. Although I'm wasting a lot of time again. So yeah, that's my main concern right now. Only 1 minute 48 left. So let's play quicker. He sacks his rook. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to take. And I guess pick up this. I could have maybe won the knight there, by the way. Need to defend the pawn. Rook move didn't do much. Yeah, I need to play quickly here. So it's still tough to play. Let's do that, so at least if he takes with the knight, I can take that. Could have maybe considered this, just trading. I was trying to go for this pawn, which looks like I'm gonna win now. Yeah, 1 minute on the clock is not much in this position. At least I'd have a passed pawn now. And this is just tough to play. So little time on the clock. At least that's pinned. And that's pinned. Let's start pushing. Let's defend it. He does take it. Yeah, he's probably gonna try and win on time. Makes sense. And it's gonna be tough. That wasn't best. Okay, what can you do? I need to play quickly. This is probably not gonna end well. I'm gonna take the knight because I really need to play quickly, and this is the only way I can envision myself winning. I'd have to take. It was 0.1 seconds, so if I don't take, I actually lose the game because he has a pawn left. So it was best to go for a draw. Okay, yeah, let's go to the game review. Of course, that wasn't a good move, but I would have lost otherwise if I didn't take that pawn there. Yeah, time is a thing. But other than that, it was an alright game. Let's go to the game review. So yeah, this was all theory. Not much happening. Also not much to analyze. Yeah, this was bad because of knight f5. Yeah, now I need to move on rook again and I've improved this knight. Yeah, could have seen that. Here all these trades were alright. And here, let's just see. Ah, this would have worked. Yeah, I was too scared of this. Basically, if he takes with the knight, I win his queen. This is check. If he takes here, I was seeing this position and I was like, well, he has 2 rooks for the queen. It's actually equal material here. But apparently in this case, it's better for me. So I should have gone for that. I never know when it's good and when it's bad. So yeah, I didn't. Then here. Here it didn't work anymore. Okay. This is a blunder. What could I have done? Yeah, engine says h5. Just okay. Yeah, a lot of shuffling, and then he gave up his rook. And I knew I was winning here. It's just I didn't have enough time, and he rightfully made it difficult, prolonged the game as long as he could. So yeah, I still played pretty well considering the low time. But in the end, I just didn't have enough time to checkmate him. Here I lost a bishop, which wasn't optimal. But it's still much better for me, of course. I found a way to go into a completely winning endgame. And I could pre-move a lot here, but still, it wasn't enough. And here, yeah, an experienced grandmaster might be able, even with 1 second on the clock, because look at it, it's 1.4 seconds, to pre-move into checkmate here, but still, with the pawn on the board, you never know where the pawn is going, so here I saw, yeah, I have 0.2 and end up being 0.1, so I just pre-moved taking the pawn. I could have been lucky if his king didn't defend the pawn, and I might have gone on to win, although probably would still be a draw because I wouldn't have enough time. But yeah, let's say I moved here or something, and then, I don't know, he made a move and my time was up. Then he would actually win, because a pawn is enough material to win, technically. So yeah, taking here. The engine, of course, is going to call a missed win, but I think was the most practical. And when there's nothing better than a draw, then you should be happy with that. So yeah, my mistake was earlier in the game by playing too slowly. But in the end, the draw isn't bad, so yeah. Let me know what you think. I hope you learned something. Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe if you want more of this. Maybe become a member, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.